Hey folks, Nick here with Loud Pedal Liberty again. We want to give you an introduction to one of the current projects in the shop right now, 1971 Plymouth Duster. None of us are Mopar guys, but we saw this baby and couldn't let it slip away. I want to give you a history and a little bit of rundown on what we plan to do with the car, and let's jump right to it. So this car was started production in '69, released from '70 to '76. It was an answer to the Valiant two-door version, or compact size, built for speed and flash. They initially came with two 5.6s, 190 cubic inch and a 225. Later on they introduced the V8s, a 318, 340 and a 360 as well. As far as transmissions, they came with a 3 and a 4-speed and or 4-speed manual, and then a 3-speed Torque-Flight automatic transmission. In 1971, Dodge liked what they saw from the Duster, so they wanted to run with it, hence the Beaver. And then, yeah, that's a quick rundown of the car we have here. And I want to get into what my intentions are. So, it's a Mopar car. When it comes to the Mopar world, we gotta comment on anyone, right? This car never really came with an engine as an option. But not only am I going to put a Hemi engine in it, but I'm going to do a Gen 3 in it. So it's going to have an old shell with modern interior. And I'm super excited about it. I do have a parts car that has a 5.7 liter Hemi in it, instant. And in the next 2 days I plan on pulling that out and giving it a rundown, which you guys will be involved in also, and getting it ready to start rolling in with that. Now that being said, I'm on a budget, and I don't have $1,000 to throw in. So one of the key components we want to touch on is our credibility. You don't have to have thousands of dollars in the bank or, disposable income to do a property project. These are things that can be done in your own garage, in your driveway, you name it, on your own budget, your own so it doesn't have to happen right away. It certainly is going to happen right away for you, but it's all about the feeling. And the love you have the cars, now, I'm sure there'll be a lot of blood, sweat, and juices in this project, but I'm excited to share it with you guys. And just in a second here, I'm gonna give you a quick overview and a view of what I'm looking at and what I'm working with here. By all means, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, let us know, and we'll do our best to answer them. And if anybody has any pointers, for that matter, shoot them our way, because like I said, we're not Mopar guys, and that's kind of a thing in its own, ultimately. You can buy a Chevy, 4-part, stuff like that, anywhere. But to our knowledge at this moment, Mopar stuff is a little tougher to come across when it comes to the original stuff, especially. And if I'm wrong, then I'm sure I'll find out sooner or later. But yeah, guys, let's jump right into it. Okay, folks, giving you the view of what we're dealing with here, our project and what it looks like inside and out. Here's the engine bay. It's pretty clean. Some stuff we can use for sure. Of course, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Glass is good. As you can see, we got the shark tooth grill here, and coming around to the driver's side, mirror's good. Let's open the door here. Everything seems to be pretty much intact. The seats aren't the greatest, but I plan on fixing that, rectifying that eventually anyway. There's some gauges in there from the previous owner, and as you guys might have seen the other night, we took the rear seats out in order to get into the trunk, and that was my little trek into the abyss. Ultimately, it was a one-way trip. I could only fit in one way, and if the trunk wasn't opening, it was going to be a sad day for sure. Overall, the patina on the car and the damage is very minimal. I like the patina, and I plan on keeping it, at least for the time being. The only real damage is the rear quarter here. It's got some rust and so on and so forth. Not ideal, but not the worst thing in the world. Here's the trunk. Got an extra wheel in there, some other parts, and already have battery hookups in the rear here, so that's pretty nice. Super clean. Can't ask for anything more. Here's the passenger side of the car. Like I said, still super clean. Very minimal rust and damage. Here's a look inside the passenger side here. It's got a column shifter. We'll see what I decide to do with that here in the future, transmission wise and shifter wise. But it's a beautiful car, and I hope you guys like it, because I'm absolutely in love with it, and I think it's going to be a badass ride once I'm done with it. Alright folks, that's it for today on the 1971 Duster project we have in the shop right now. In the meantime, keep in tune for videos on pulling the motor and